All right, guys, welcome to week four. Our lecture is about the sport product. So, understand about a sport product that there's a lot of tangible versus intangible stuff. One of the popular things about sport is that a lot of it is about feeling and unpredictability. And a lot of it depends on human performance. So, it's inconsistent. Every event is unique. And so, a lot of that uncertainty and spontaneity is what draws people to it. Um, so it's that not knowing what's going to happen that makes sports so good. And so the actual game is just one part of it. There's so much other stuff. The atmosphere, the venue, the equipment, apparel, music, concessions, pre and post game, in game entertainment, all that stuff goes into the experience. And so, as a sport marketer, we really don't have a whole lot we have very little control over the core product, meaning we can't control what's going to happen in the game, whether we're good or bad. So, we have to market the experience. Winning cannot be what we market. And so, when we're trying to market a sport, we have to figure out, what is our intention? What's our intention compared to what the results might be? Is there a symbolic potential to our action? And so when you look at the core product and extension, there's a lot of things going on. There's the game itself, the rules, the players, the star players, how the other fans act. Maybe it's the equipment, maybe it's the jerseys, the venue, maybe it's just the process of the game. And so we have to see what part of those things are marketable for us. And so game presentation has a huge deal. That's kind of the extension of the product itself. It's the packaging of everything that goes around that gives those people who come to the game the needs and the wants and desires that they want. And trying to combine all of this stuff, all of these extensions into a game day it's like an art to make it such a memorable experience for the people who come. And so understand each sport, each product is unique. And rule changes make a huge difference. So some things that are going to change sport recently. Obviously, in our baseball season we're having this year, it's going to have a DH in both leagues. Georgia high school basketball is about to institute a shot clock, so we're going to see how that's going to change things. Star players, coaches, owners, those things have a big deal. So there's a drama behind having star players. Players are the ones that create the script of the game, and so understanding coaches, have a huge deal, and owners play a big deal in how that goes. The behaviors of the fans, they kind of become their own thing. So the cheeseheads that you see at Green Bay Packers games, and they kind of create a spectacle, but they can also hurt the game too. And so some of the most successful initiatives are partnerships between administrators and students to create a great environment. In 2008, the NFL developed a fan code of how they expect fans to act. So the equipment and apparel, how teams develop colors. Their types of uniforms, retro uniforms, the stuff they sell, hats, jackets, merchandise, all those things are important. The venue, where it's played at. A lot of what people remember about a great event is where they were at. And so today, venues have to be able to reach across just not sport. They have to be able to do tours of them, have weddings, concerts, business meetings. We have to think of better ways to use our space. And then, obviously, the people in the process. This is huge. When somebody comes in to use your product, whether you're a store or an event or a tournament, they want giveaways, they want promotions. They want, good security, but limited security. They want good visibility. They want signage. They want clean restrooms, concession lines that aren't long. They want event staff that are going to be useful, but not hassle them. And so we can control that stuff. We want to emphasize, having common courtesy. We want to almost have aggressive hospitality. We want to be proactive and and try to combat increased complaints. We want to have a consistent look to us, develop a theme around our venue. We want people to feel like they're coming into a great place where they're going to be safe and people are going to help them. And then outside of our core product, we can have all these extensions. It could be promotions, memories, novelties, fantasy as tickets, printed material, electronic apps, all these things that go with our event that just make it special for our people. And understand that what attract people to sport is the memories. So having anything to keep from a game is important. So things like bobbleheads, hats, any kind of giveaway is something that people, even if it's a commemorative ticket, a program, those are all things that people can reflect on as they get older and remember that special event. Printed tickets are not as popular now, but a lot of universities, minor league organizations still use them, but souvenir programs are. Whether they're printed, whether they're electronic, this is something people can remember the game by. Some other hybrid type ways or ways that people are involving the product and extensions of the product, QR codes. They'll get people access to videos that they can't see outside the stadium. Video games. There's a whole, loyalty to Madden games, DVDs, like a commemorative highlighting previous games. And then obviously fantasy sports and involving fantasy sports is a huge deal. And so how do we really develop our product? And this really goes to what you guys are trying to learn how to do is we want to differentiate. We want to know what's different about our product. We want to continually be developing new products, new inventions. We want to position it in front of the right people. We want to understand our brands and we want to understand our life cycles. And so from a differentiation, we have to constantly change, add, take away things that make our product distinctive. What makes it better than somebody else's? What makes people want to come to our game more than somebody else's? We have to constantly be generating idea. And we want to have ideas way out in front, meaning we want to be thinking years down the road. That way, we're repositioning our products to determine if we're going to get results. And, customers are ultimately going to decide that. They're going to look at it, does our product or organization give an advantage? What's the complexity, the compatibility? Are we able to communicate it to them? They're going to determine our product development. And then we've got to decide where we want to position our product. We want clear messaging. We want images that are clear. We want to get our product in a consumer's mind. And we may have to do that through media, which are tough in sports. So some things that we might want to look at is our trademark, our product imagery, the stuff around our product, other imagery. And we want to start coming up with creative ideas to position our product in front of people. And then obviously our branding. It means a lot. It's more than just the logos, marks, and designs. It's what people think about us. And it's usually branded all the way down. In baseball, for instance, it follows itself down into the minor leagues often. And so we want to have that logo, that slogan, that mantra that people are going to see. And obviously what we're looking for is brand equity. We're wanting to add value to our name. We're wanting people to be able to recognize our name, have a strong emotion with our brand, and have loyalty to our brand. NASCAR has made a living on this of where their fans are very loyal to their drivers and their sponsors. And we have to understand, guys, that our product and our brand is going to go through cycles. Products are introduced, they grow, they mature, they decline, or they die. And a lot of times games and sports are able to resist this. Teams are going to be good some years. We're going to be able to market good teams with good players. Sometimes we're not. And so we have to, apparel, equipment, they're more driven by trends and technology. Teams are driven by players. And so we have to stay in front of this stuff and develop a marketing strategy that helps us to survive. So I hope you get something out of this, guys. I look forward to seeing what you do in your second assignment.